Okay, we're testing. I think I'm already going to get canceled because of the ads on the left, but that's okay. This is going to be Ludacris's tier ranking. Um, we got a lot of players here. A lot of people I also don't know or haven't played enough with, but I'm sure we'll get past all of that. It's gonna take a while. Let's see what we're working with. Okay, so this is just the same. Yeah, this is the same template everyone else has been using. This is the first time I've looked at it. All right. Um, how am I gonna do this? You're gonna add a couple of rows here. Screen. Wait, no. Add a row below. Okay. Alright, so I think this will be enough rows. But then we'll do this one as maybe like this color. Oh, shoot. Hold on, I've never really made one of these before. Do this as blue. And then this as dark blue, maybe. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to do what a lot of you guys did because I thought that was a cool way to do the lists. S plus and then an S tier. I think that's very viable. Jeez. Okay. Let's do, and then obviously A plus, A, B plus, and then maybe B down here. Okay, and then C is going to be average then. And the reason I want it to be average is because all these players are above average, or average or above average, but the scale we're using is all of the comp players. So everyone is in the comp community is definitely better than average, I would say. And this is my ranking is not going to be an insult to anybody. If you're ranked average, that still means you're better than 98%, or I guess what 95% of players, right? At least right now, since the servers are popping off, right? The reason I wanted to do my own list is because I think a lot of people are still ranked unfairly, at least people that I've played with before. If I haven't played with you and you think that your ranking is unfair, just let me know. I'm happy to make corrections to this eventually. And I would also like to go under some criticism for how my list is. So if you guys got any other opinions and you want to be ranked higher, you think somebody else should be ranked a little higher, or you just disagree with my opinion and call me an idiot, then that's totally fine. That's why we make these tier lists in the first place. And then I'm just going to have this one as don't know. And again, that's not an insult to that I've never played with you or I don't know who you are. There's so many names to remember and I don't remember everybody. So I'm sorry. All right. Starting off, Abso. I feel like I've seen this guy before. I don't exactly know who he is though. I don't think I've played enough with him. I'm just gonna put him in. I've seen a couple other tier lists with him higher ranked, so I'm gonna put him in B for right now. I'm gonna move people around later, so just hold on. So if you see your name go one place, it might change later in the video, so just hang tight. Next, we got Accurate. Accurate's a very fantastic GA player. If this was a GA tier list, I'd have him really, really high, probably A plus or maybe S. But since this is Capital Supremacy, this is what my tier list is going to be. All Capital Supremacy rankings and where I think people fall into that. I would say Accurate still got some really good mechanics. You can just use a pullover from GA. But in Supremacy, at least in Age of Republic, you can't have starfighters flying around. And man, he's a great starfighter pilot. But his base class mechanics, I've seen him play Specialist a lot. So I think he's a really good Specialist main. So I'm going to put him in. I'll put him in B plus for right now. You might move around later, and we'll see kind of where we're gonna get the lists. Adam Raichu. This is a guy I think I've seen a couple of times. I don't know his in-game EA player name, if it's the same or not, which is kind of funny because I don't know a lot of people's in-game EA name, uh, which is super confusing. It makes these lists almost impossible to do. But yeah, I'm just going to go right down the list. I don't really know who this guy is, so I'm going to say he's an average player. I'm pretty sure I've been in Supremacy matches with him before, but I'm drawing a blank. This is Kid with Saber, I believe. Why is your picture Pam from The Office? You know what? Whatever. Kid with Saber, definitely one of the better aerial... Actually, not one of the better. One of the best aerial players out there. Can't argue with that. He tops most Supremacy lobbies. I think he takes an S tier spot. Where in S tier? Haven't gotten there on where he'll rank in the top of S tier, but definitely needs a top spot. Ake. Oh, I'm gonna butcher some of these names. Sorry. Aik Fighter, or I guess Aik for short. I don't know this one, so I'm gonna put him in the don't know for now. Again, just let me know if you think you should be placed somewhere else. I also need some proof from some scoreboards or just some playing experience against these people. But for right now, heading in the I don't know pile. Aryan Blood. I've seen this guy before. He hasn't been in that many Supremacy matches yet, or just in any comp matches, really. But I think he'll go on average. Our average pile is going to be probably pretty big, so I'm going to go C minus. I'm going to add a row below, and I'm going to have that as our C minus tier. C minus. And again, it still means your average. You know, that's not a take against you. But let's do here. Let's do this. Let's do that. There we go. Okay. Just gotta make sure we're still recording. Yeah, I think we are. Okay, perfect. All right. Next. Let's see. Ali, 15038. All right. I saw some other lists. A lot of people ranked Ali very, very low, and I disagree with that. Ali's a fantastic player. I've played with him in the 41st before. Super nice guy, but you know we can't take being nice as a skill in Battlefront, unfortunately. So Ali's a very good player, definitely way better than me, and he was ranked below me in a lot of tier lists. So I think that people just haven't played with him enough. He doesn't play as much anymore, but when he is in the comp scene, he is a solid player. So I will put him in a lower A tier for right now, and he'll probably move around. Amanda. Let's see. Amanda's pretty chill. Good area player. She's at least I think she's a she, as far as I know, unless she's got a voice changer on. But Amanda, solid player, getting better with aerial. But yeah, in terms of comp experience, I think she's still lower on the leaderboard, so we're gonna put her around lower B tier, maybe C, but if we were gonna put her in C, we'll do upper C for right now. Andy, this guy's a hero player mainly, I think. I don't know much about him. I hear people yap about him all the time, but I hear names dropped and I don't really know who they are. I don't know if this is BF2 is fun or if I'm crazy, but I mean, people have so many different names in this game. It's wild. They've got a separate Discord name. They got a whole nother EA name. They've got their Twitch username. They've got a IRL name that people like to call. I have no idea if this guy's real name is Andy or not. You know, it's confusing. But this guy's a solid hero player from what I've heard. I believe I played against him a few times, but we're gonna stick him in A tier because I don't have a whole lot of playing experience against him in Supremacy. So we'll just put him in here since I know he's a good player in the community. So we'll go with that. Arsenal, solid. This is the #1 ranked Bosk, right? I'm sorry for laughing, but that was just really funny. So we'll put Arsenal. Let's see. Tryhard hero player. But then I've also seen some people want to put in a class called like the one trick no feats. type of tier. So I don't know if some people would fall into that or not, but as I've got it right here, I don't really want to add any more or take away any more tiers. So I'm gonna put Arsenal, good old B plus for right now, right by accurate. Avamis. See, this guy's kind of a turd if I'm being kind of honest. He signs up for matches and then just doesn't play, or just dips out randomly in the halfway through a match. And I think that's, from a team-based perspective, I think that's kind of an ass move. Pardon my French, but in terms of his skill, he's freaking cracked. Of course, I mean, I've played with him in the 41st before. I know he's really good. So I mean, I give him Avamis higher, but because he's kind of a shitter, I'm gonna put him in A plus tier. And yeah, you can all at me for that, but I don't really care, because this is a how well you perform in a team, on a team as well. So moving on, Baby Brandon, I have no idea who that is. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Sorry. Bachelor, I think he's been playing a little bit that I've seen, but we'll put him in average for right now, and we'll move him around later. Bacta, another solid GA player. Also very good mechanically. He's been around the community for a long time. If this was GA, again, he'd be ranked super, super high, but because it's Supremacy, I'm gonna have to be super critical. He's a good hero player too, don't get me wrong. I think that Bacta he's a great all-around player. He's a good starfighter. He's good with base class. He's good at hero. I don't think I've seen him play a whole lot of Enforcer Aerial. Maybe I'm crazy, but I definitely probably want to throw him in A tier. Geez, Avamis having A plus makes me want to throw him down to A, but we'll leave it. Benji is, oh gosh, Benji has been around for a while. I played with him in Supremacy and regular EA matches before, or I say regular EA, but not Kyber. He's a solid player, I think. I'm gonna put Benji in B plus, and I think that's fitting for Mr. Benji. And then yeah, I'll organize these rows a little later, determining who's better. But your category is where you fit in your playstyle, I think. I can elaborate more later, but we'll get there when we get there. I'm trying to speed run some of these. Bloomy is, I think Bloomy's newer, if I'm correct. But I'm going to put Bloomy in C, because I think I've seen Bloomy perform before. We're gonna put Bloomy in C. Might be a B player actually. So we'll do that. I think I've seen them play all right. So we'll put them in B. BMO Bomber. Who's BMO Bomber? I don't think I've seen that name. I'm trying to do my best to recall who I've seen in certain matches, but I can't really recall. Brazen is a fantastic hero player. Like, I think he's the #1 Yoda player in all of BF2. If I'm being completely honest, this dude tops, or at least when I played comp back in the day, like, he would top Supremacy lobbies all the time, and he's just a nuisance to deal with. He tops EA Supremacy lobbies always with hero by many thousands of points. So I think he's definitely S tier. I think that putting him any lower is an insult to his ability of playing. I'm not sure how his other base classes are. Maybe besides like Officer, I don't recall him playing very much base class, because he's always playing hero. He just doesn't die. So he gets an S tier rating for me. Centauri, this is another player I'm not sure who it is, so we're gonna put them in the don't know pile. Chef, I don't know. Chief, I don't know. Cobb, I feel like I've seen this guy. Fortnite default skin. Okay. Cobb, I don't know either. I'm gonna be honest, and that's okay. I want to get to know some of these other players so I can advance the tier list and I can make it better. So the more I start to see these players that I don't know, then I can get an idea of where they're supposed to go on this tier list. And that's okay that they're in the don't know pile. I think it's great that there's players who I don't know yet. I have yet to run into them. Cocoa Puffs. I'm sorry. This picture's kind of funny. Cocoa Puffs. I want to pull out a certain incident that happened in one of the versus matches. I think it was last week, or it was a little before that. I can't recall. But Crispy was trying to play a hero, and Cocoa Puffs kept stealing it when we were on ship defense and we were playing Separatist. And, well, it was a little funny, but it was also frustrating because I think if Crispy had a hero, we'd at least be able to defend for a lot longer, or even maybe save the ship phase. But Cocoa Puffs kept stealing it and then dying really quickly, and that made a lot of the team mad. And that's just an incident from that versus that I remember. But yeah, Cocoa Puffs, you need to work on your hero gameplay a little bit more, buddy. I don't know. I think Cocoa Puffs would be C minus though, because of that incident. Like that probably cost us the game right there. And I really don't want to say that, it falls onto one player for a game, but that was a situation I think we probably could have done better if we had hero players who were assigned to play those heroes, and plenty of people had enough battle points to play hero in that match, and I think Cocoa Puffs just kind of stole it, which is hilarious, but at the same time frustrating. Combs, solid player. Man, I've run into this player a lot in the past in GA and Supremacy, all those other matches. And when I say GA, I mean not comp GA, because I can't really play comp GA. I would suck too badly. But definitely regular EA, Galactic Assault. Combs is around, and I think he's a solid player. I'm going to put Combs around... Ooh. He's a great aerial player. I'm going to put him in lower A for right now, just because he's usually top of the leaderboard. I'm actually going to move Accurate up to A as well, because Accurate's still freaking cracked, I think. Speaking of cracked, I assume this is how you spell this person's name, cracked, QDD. Oh boy. I don't really know this player, so I'm going to put them in the don't know pile. And yeah, there's no ranking to this. This just is the I don't know area, so it's probably just going to go alphabetical. Crash, this guy is in VC like 12 hours a day, I swear to God, on the four fins. Yes, I pop in there sometimes and see what's going on. But yeah, I think this guy needs to go take a shower. I don't know who he is though, but yeah, go outside or something. Okay, Dark Commando, I feel like I've seen this name, pop up, sign up for, some Supremacy matches and other comp events. But as I've played with you, I can't really give you a ranking because I haven't seen you enough. So we're going to put you in the I don't know pile so far. I think this I don't know pile will be the biggest pile, but yeah, that's okay. Destructo, I've seen a lot of people give Destructo his own like F tier, which is funny because I know they like to make fun of Destructo. But I put Destructo on average. Diva. Name's not really ringing a bell. I think I've seen Diva a couple times when I've encountered in CS. I'm not sure what their main is. I'm just gonna put them in C minus because I have played with them before, but I don't remember exactly how well they performed. I think they're in the lower tiers though for sure. Eggs 2241. Officer Champion over here. Okay, I get these two people mixed up. Eggs 2241 and Eggsy Wagsy. I think they're both C minus. There we go. I swear to God these are the same players sometimes. I really don't know the difference. Elite Breaks. I've seen this person before. I think they're lower C for right now. And everyone can improve. And I'm not holding skill against anybody. But as for right now, as the current standing, people were to play Battlefront, and this was a big. How many people are on this list? Like 70. If this was a 70 player versus match, it's 35 on 35. This is how I think the standings would go. Like these people so far. This is how the leaderboard would look. It'd be S tier at the top of the leaderboard, then S, and then people slowly falling in score below that. And that's totally fine. That's just that's who you are as a player. But scoreboard wise, this is kind of what I'm basing my tier list off. I probably should have said that at the beginning. Like this is kind of where you'd place on the scoreboard. Also, but I will also have skill be a contributing factor for where your placement is. Fable is Fable's really good. I think people sell out on Fable because Fable hasn't played as much recently. But man, great boss player, like solid. I think he plays for TFC as well. But where to put Fable? I think. Fable's A, I think, in my personal opinion, and that's totally fine. We might move. We're definitely gonna switch A tier around a little bit because I want to. And then let's go with fusion recharge. Go to the aerial player, honestly. S for right now. We'll move you around later, if I have other thoughts. But definitely S for sure. Kind of aerial's the only thing fusion recharge plays though. Solid, fantastic player though. Don't get me wrong. Graycon, let's go. Ooh, Graycon's S for me. Graycon's always topping lobbies and stuff, and I think that's a really good sign of where to put a player on a tier list, because Graycon is a fantastic hero player, great aerial, great enforcer class, great with base class. So for Supremacy, yeah, I think absolutely Graycon goes in the S tier. God without name. Yeah, that's a tricky one. Havo. Who's Havo? I'm not sure. Oh yeah, by the way, I put God in S tier, S plus tier, and I think that there's no explanation needed. Havo goes in the I don't know. Havel, or Havel, probably. I think Havel's a solid player. I feel like Havel plays more GA than Supremacy, or than Supremacy. But I think B would be fine for right now. I don't know a ton about Havel. I know that they're a hero player, but I think that they're definitely above average. Hockey's solid. I'm gonna put Hockey in either high B plus or low A. We'll put him in low A for right now. Hayden is cracked. So I'm going to put Hayden in S, because Hayden can do everything. Hayden plays Enforcer, Hayden plays Aerial, Hero. This is one of the greatest Chewbacca players out there. And he's just an overall, he's a really good asset to have in Supremacy. I would want this guy on my team. I would want all these people on my team, but these are definitely up here as the top round picks for sure. Rebo. God, who the heck is Rebo? I'm not entirely sure. Goes in the I don't know pile for right now, and that's okay. I'm Malachor. I think I've seen this player before. I'm going to stick him in the C tier. I'm going to put him in top of C. Because I've seen him play. He's getting better. And I believe I'm thinking of the right player when I'm ranking him here. But if that changes, I'll move people around. Jacoby. Okay. Controversy about Jacoby. Yes, Jacoby is hacked before in Battlefront, but he doesn't, as far as I know, hack in comp matches. And when I say doesn't hack, I believe that some of these mods that people run, like the pink clones and the green droids or whatever the hell it is, That's definitely, I think, cheating to an extent. Um, I'm definitely at fault as well for having similar mods. Definitely not the pink droids, pink clones where it overhauls everything, but I have a gold B2 droid mod. I've taken it off recently, but for a while I had a gold B2, and it's because it's from the Clone Wars, the video game. If you guys know it, Lego Star Wars, and I just liked it because it was cool. I thought it was, oh, gold droid. That's from another video game. I like that mod. I'm gonna keep it. But a lot of people who watched my videos were saying, hey, Ludi, you're an idiot for running that mod because it gives you the advantage. You can tell who's an aerial and who's not. And I thought, you know what? They're kind of right. That absolutely does give an advantage. It's a funny mod. It's silly. I have my own reason for running it, but I think that really overhauling the entire skin changes and like making it almost a highlighter color is in my mind pulling cheats. But I don't know if Jacoby runs these mods as of right now, but I know he's hacked and stuff in the past. But he's got great game sense. Honestly, can't argue with that. I put Jacoby in A tier. I'm gonna put him in the middle for right now. Jace, God, this guy has been such a pain in the ass for years, and I almost don't even want to rank him just because he's Jace, and he just causes trouble wherever he goes. But then again, he's been accusated before, and people still don't know to this day if he's hacked or not. A lot of people say he does, and a lot of people say he doesn't. I think he's got some sort of aimbot, if I'm being completely honest. Like he hits too many headshots from what I've seen. But I don't know. Can I not rank Jace? Like, can I just put him in? Can I just put him in the I don't know? It'd be funny if Jace is the first player I put in I don't know, because there's no there's no evidence if he's hacked or not. Because this dude hasn't even played in, from what I remember, I don't even know if he's played in Kyber yet. Either that or I just haven't seen him. So either he's scared to play in Kyber because he really sucks, and he doesn't have aimbot to use, or or he just has been cheating the whole time, right? Like I don't know. I haven't seen him play comp recently, so he goes in the I don't know pile. Yeah, fight me over it. I don't care. That's just my opinion. All right, next up we got Jaden. Jaden. I think I've seen that name definitely before around. We'll put them in the C minus. Jedi. Isn't this Will's profile picture? I think it is. Jedi. Absolute goated GA player, if I'm being honest. I think Jedi goes in solid B plus for Supremacy though. Still a good player. But then again, I don't know what would make them higher or lower, and I think that's fine for right now. Jedi LF, no idea. J Raven, J Ravon. I don't think I know this player. Jublington? I don't think I know that player. Kale Quick. I don't know. I'm not sure. Cars Morton. I don't know. Kian. I've seen this guy before. I think he's C or C minus. We'll throw him in lower C. I'm gonna be nice. I don't know who this player is, which means Destructo's got to move up a little bit more. Destructo's solid. Destructo might go in B tier later if I think that's deserved. Killer Machina 12. Great hero player. Great enforcer. Great aerial. This is tough. Because I want to put him in high B plus tier. Because he's God with Art Arms right now on EA, which took me a while to figure that one out. because I was thinking, who the hell was this guy? You know, it's not God Without Name because the aerial's not as good, but man, that's tough. Killer Machina, I'm going to I'm going to put you in B plus for right now. Crispy, Mr. Crispy. I do like this guy's comms a lot. I think that when he's talking and giving call outs, it's really beneficial for a lot of the team. Yeah, sometimes he yaps a little too much about extraneous details like, oh my god, I can't believe I got out of there, but I missed my pull. He's got no pull. He gives a lot of HVV callouts that aren't super necessary, but yeah, solid player. I like Crispy. Crispy going S for right now. Lower S. Kurt, I can't pronounce that name, but we're going to throw you in the I don't know pile. And on to the meat of the ranking. Lean on me. Lean on me. You're going to hate me for this. I know I'm going to be hated for this. Jeez. This guy practices aerial all the time, I swear to God. He also has like a year's worth of playtime in Battlefront, so he's definitely got experience. He's better than most all the other aerial players. He definitely he plays with Kid with Saber and God Without Name. You know, they do matches and stuff and decide who's the best aerial. I don't really care who the best aerial is. I just want to know who works well with the team. Because if you're just going for kills in a Supremacy match, like that just makes you a shitter. You know, you're not benefiting the team in any way. You're just going for kills. You know, you got to be strategic about it. Yeah, I get flanking and killing people from behind from where they're not looking. Yeah, that's strategic in a way, but you know, you gotta be helping the team. I'm not saying Lean's not helping the team. He definitely is. He gives good call outs. But for some of the other aerial players who will not be mentioned, they don't give good call outs. They go for kills. They have their mic off the whole time. They're not really paying attention to what the rest of the team's doing. They're going for score, right? They want to be the top of the leaderboard. But Lean, I think Lean's solid S. Why he's not an S plus tier is because I'll get back to that on that. We'll come back. I'm still deciding on a couple of things. Leo's solid. I like Leo. I'm gonna put Leo in definitely high B plus tier. I think that's fair. Killer Machina 12 Leo. I think these guys are all around the same level from what I've seen. So that's where they're gonna be. Lignin, GA players mostly. I think we put Lignin in B. And I don't think that's bad. I think that's fine for Lignin. Lou, I don't know who that is. Lucas, don't know. Lucky. Lucky's good. Lucky goes in. I think Lucky's B plus as well. Myself, Ludi. I don't know. I'm probably B plus with the rest of these guys. I'm not really gonna move me around too much, but I'm definitely a B plus player. I don't think I'm A, but I'm definitely like up here because I do play Supremacy a lot. These guys I think just have more tricks up their sleeves than I do. Bacta still at A. We might, I'll move the rounds the rows around later. Lewis is cracked. Wait, where did I put Fusion Reach? Oh, I put him in S. Okay. Lewis, probably also an S as well. Great aerial player. Don't have too much more to say about Lewis Artho, however he pronounces his name. Also Leo Messi. Yeah, that's about it. Luke, this is Cool Hand Luke's, right? I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't know who this Luke Sis guy is. I'm not sure. So let's put him there. But Cool Hands Luke, I definitely think he's B for right now. Yes, he's got good hero playing, but I think in terms of comp, he's definitely solid. Like, don't get me wrong. But I think for right now, we throw him in B tier simply because he hasn't played as much as a lot of other people, like myself and all the other aerial mains and all the other hero mains. So I think putting him in B for right now is totally fine. He's got a great YouTube channel. I watch the videos sometimes. But yeah, solid placement for him. Luma, this guy. So this guy's recent up and coming. He doesn't have that many hours in. Actually, well, now he does because he plays all the time. This guy Luma, yeah, he needs to go outside and take a shower for sure. Definitely a solid player though. I'll put him in A, or I'll put him in A for right now because he really just kind of goes for kills. Like, he's got fantastic aim with aerial and everything, but this guy's kind of a one trick only type of guy, and I haven't really seen him do anything else rather than playing aerial. But the reason I put him so high in A is because he still tops the lobbies. I'd put him higher if he actually knew how to communicate with people, but yeah, Luma for me goes in lower A. I might move him to B+, but we'll see how the list goes down. Mac is also really good. Mac goes maybe an A+. Okay, I'm moving Avamus down to A. He's pissing me off in A+. Mandalore. Is this Mandalore maximum? I think those people might be the same. I'm not entirely sure. But Mandalore is definitely a solid player. He's definitely in B+ for sure. Mark the Egg. Mark the Egg, I think, is low A if I were to rank him, because this dude plays on Australian servers, and he's talked to me before. He plays on like 300 ping to the United States or to wherever the servers are, and I feel bad because he probably can't do a lot of comp events because it's probably like 3 in the morning his time or something ridiculous, or yeah, maybe he just doesn't want to get Kyber or something. I haven't seen him recently, but I know he's a great player. He's an all around good player. You know what? I think he's B+ actually. I think he's B+. Martin, this guy is really freaking good. I hear his name dropped all the time, but I feel like I'm either confusing him with somebody else or I'm getting his name wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's A. I'll move him around later, but I'm pretty sure Martin's an A tier player. I can't think of what his in-game name is. Maybe it'll come to me later. I'll have to ask somebody about an update or something like that. And then we've got Masked Sniper. I'm not sure who that is, so they go in the I don't know pile. Maz. Maz. We like Maz. Maz is pretty awesome. I'm going to put Maz in S, I think. He's just a solid all-around player. I think Maz plays Bosk, if I'm correct. I don't know if Maz plays a lot of other heroes, but he's definitely topping the leaderboard and with all the other troops and stuff like that. Me, John C. What the hell is this profile picture, man? Alright. Me, John C. I think I've seen him before, but he's lower C. Mia's average. Mia's starting to play a little bit better, I think. I haven't seen much of Mia anywhere else, but I think Mia is solid for average tier. Definitely she's getting better though. I'll move people around later though. Mig, not sure. Ming, oof. Ming goes in S tier, 100%. ACC Yao Ming is correct at this game, and there's no denying that. I can't say anything. I'll talk a little bit more about the S tier players and kind of rank them around to where I see fit, but yeah, that's my placement. Minto, I think Minto I've played with before. I don't know if I've played with them on Kyber or just regular EA, but I'm pretty sure they're like lower average, so we'll move people around this list. Then we got MJ. Alright. So the thing about MJ is he does in the match what everyone does not want to do. He plays speeder, and most of you are thinking, "Oh yeah, well he's playing speeder. He's just a guy who's getting lower on the leaderboard. He's got like 45 deaths by the time of the end of ground phase, and he's not really helping the team." He's doing a lot more than you think, and I think if he didn't play speeder and if he played other classes like base class or enforcer or aerial, he'd place really really high. Maybe not like top 5 on the leaderboard, but he'd definitely be well into the top 10s, like top 8 for sure. And I think that having him in a supremacy match, he brings so much versatility because he's able to play speeder and he's able to take down the tanks really quickly and he's able to focus heroes a lot, and that's a huge game changer. Now in Camino, where you don't have tanks, you don't have speeder, it's a little bit tougher because the other team obviously doesn't have that strategy as well. So you got to think a little bit outside the box. But I think for me, MJ is kind of what competitive supremacy is all about. He thinks outside the box when he's playing. So I think he's definitely A tier, 100%. And I stand on that. And I think other people underrate MJ a lot, but this guy deserves A tier at the very least. And Nadia, not sure. Narvis, I think I've seen Narvis play. We're gonna put them in the C minus for right now. No killings. I think they're average. I'm not entirely certain. I haven't seen them recently, or if I have, I don't know their in-game name. But I'm gonna tentatively put them in C tier. Norman and Luke are the the YouTube creators, so they're definitely practicing a lot. They play a lot of HVV. For how much that translates into supremacy, I'm not entirely sure how they're performing in the supremacy lobbies. I think they're still lower on the tiers. They're still good. They're still really good hero players, but I don't want to say they're one-trick feats, but they also are always looking out for heroes to play in those matches, in Kyber as well. Ocean Man, take me by the hand. I don't know. Upsilon Y, that's a player I've seen a lot in the past. I think Upsilon Y is definitely A tier. Let me think. Do they play for TFC, or am I crazy? Maybe I'm crazy. Osama, A, I think. Osama's freaking. Actually, no. Osama's probably A plus actually, and Upsilon might be A plus as well. Yeah, I'm gonna put these guys in A plus because we need to fill out our A plus tier a little bit more, and kind of we're gonna do some micromanaging around there, a little bit of an overhaul at some point. Panda's in the 41st, getting better as a player. I'm gonna put him in the C minus tier because he's playing BF2 sometimes, but I don't see him often. But yeah, I think he in this on this tier list, we're being super critical. He's probably average. So let's throw him in the mid range average right now, or lower average. Paul's John. Wait, who was? Shit. Hold on, let me think of some. Anyways, Paul's John, S plus. And the reason I put Paul's John in S plus is this guy does not need any mods. He doesn't need any, game changing other stuff, that, turns down the lighting in any sort of map or makes people easier to see with with different tags or whatever it is. This guy is so freaking good. Like, I don't think people realize how good he is. The only thing that about Paul's John is he doesn't really talk in supremacy matches. Not that I've seen, but I could be wrong. I feel like I don't usually play on his team whenever we're in matches together. But this guy is freaking insane. Like, he's probably the best all around player that's in Battlefront. I would say he's probably one of the best. He can play aerial. He can play enforcer. He's got hero on lock. I think he's the best Chewbacca player in this game, and I don't think anyone comes. Hayden probably comes a little close for Chewbacca, but in comp, this guy just does not die. He's like Brazen, but with He's like how Brazen is with Yoda, but he's with Chewbacca, and that's simple as that. I'm I'm drawing a horrific blank on who this is, and I'm probably gonna get laughed at for it, but I can't think of who this is. I know it's Darth Revan, but I'm trying to think who on earth has that profile picture. Who would it even be? I don't know. So I'm gonna ask. I think asking is totally fine. But yeah, let me ask somebody real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a hiatus on ranking this player because I know that they're really good, but I can't think. There's no name next to it, so I don't know. I'm forgetting who has that profile picture, so we're just gonna move on. Don't know is Pewifier's. I don't know who that is. Pinecone. Pinecone's not doing bad. Pinecone's getting better for sure. Still room for improvement, but we're gonna put him in the lower C minus for right now. Pogyu Noah, freaking awesome. A plus for sure. Might move to S, but I think A plus is solid for right now. Proper Land, oof. See, for me, Proper is probably either S or S plus. I think they're so good. In terms of all aroundness, though, I think Proper's still S for right now. For right now, I move people around later, but that's the tentative plan. Quicks is awesome. This guy knows more about Battlefront 2 than anyone I've ever talked to. Not just like gameplay stuff, but even little mechanics like how much damage reduction you have as a specialist, or what the percentage is of how many shots you need to hit to you know 3 tap a B2 with infiltration or something. It's whatever it is. Like I can ask Quicks a question and he'll say, oh yeah, the thermal imploder will do this much X amount of damage to this hero, but it's different than using a Mark II grenade because whatever it is. That's a terrible example, but he just knows so much about the game, and I've seen him play in the past, and I've seen videos of him play, and he's just so good. How he would hold up in comp nowadays, I think he's still really freaking good. So I'm gonna put him in A plus because a lot of people sleep on Quicks, but he is a fantastic player, and he's very smart when he's playing. Um, Fun fact about Quicks, he talks in like 2 times speed, and it's really hard to understand him because he talks so damn fast. And I actually have to turn my brain on when I'm talking to him because I feel like if he's talking to me about something or a statistic and he's just running through all these numbers, like I have to I have to like physically turn on my brain and listen to what he's saying, or else it just goes all over my head. Raf, um, Raf. Raf's all right. Raf just kind of spams tank a lot, which is good. I want tank spamming players in a comp match, but I feel like I don't really see Raf playing anything else other than tank. Same with Jacoby, but Jacoby actually plays other stuff as well. Actually, where do I have Jacoby? He's an A. I'm gonna put Raf in. I'm gonna put Raf in B. I know people are gonna hate on me for that, but that's fine. I don't mind that ranking. Let's go. Oh, who's Rainy? I'm not sure who that is. Um, I don't know. Reiko's a solid player. I think Reiko's probably in the average range, if I had to be completely honest. Um, this is boss, I think. Yeah, this is RC1138. This player is really good. I'm gonna put him in A. I think he's a solid RC player for sure. He's just a tough one to kill too. Definitely, whenever I'm facing him, I know I'm gonna have a tough time taking him down. Rowdy, don't know that name. Saurus. Saurus is a hero main. I think they play a lot of GA. I don't know how they would fend in Supremacy though, but I'm going to put them in A as well because I see a lot of other people putting them in A, and yes, that's influencing my tier list a little bit, but I don't know. I think this guy's a great hero player, but I don't know how well they do in Supremacy Kyber lobbies, anything like that. Cemetery. I think this player's average. I'm pretty sure. That's a good placement for them. Shadow DLC, don't know. Sinful's definitely B. B plus maybe. Sinful's gotten a lot better, especially with comp. He also plays comp all the time. And I think that's great. I think that the more exposure you get, the better equipped you are with your surroundings and how to play and what to do in comp lobbies. Sinful started out not super great. He'd definitely be in C or lower C when he first started. He didn't really know what he was doing. But now that I think him and Crispy and some other people and Luke said, they play a lot in Supremacy and they have a strategy now. I think that he's definitely more B plus tier. He's gonna get into the A range eventually. I just know it. All right. Next we got Cervix. Hilarious name, by the way. I'm gonna throw them in. I don't really know exactly what they're playing a lot, but I think they're B, if I remember. And then Sokka. Sokka's really good. I'm gonna put Sokka in B. Top of B, I think is good placement. Sonic is a tank spammer a lot, but I think Sonic deserves to go in B plus because, like I said, I think he's versatile with tank. He can also play aerial as well. Yeah, he's one of the better tank players out there for sure. Definitely he's a pain in the butt whenever I'm playing against him because I hate tank players. They're just an abomination. But that also means that they're very useful in Supremacy. Next we have Spooky. I think that's Spooky 413. Spooky's a really good player, but they don't play a whole lot of comp Battlefront, so I think they're gonna go in B tier. Starkiller. I don't think I know who that is, but if I'm gonna put them in the I don't know because I feel like if I put them in a different tier, then people are gonna get mad at that. And well, actually, I don't care what other people think, but I don't want to rank this player because I personally haven't seen them, and I don't know where they would rank with these other guys yet. Starlo, I think is C. I think is average. Stimmix is also cracked. People sleep on Stimmix a lot, but I think he's definitely A plus, 100%. 100%. Maybe even S, but I think because he doesn't play anymore, we'd probably have to put him on A. He might have lost a little bit of mojo. But I think A plus is a good rating. Let's see. Tintin, I think I've seen this guy before. As far as I know, he's an average player, so we'll put him in the average players. Maybe he can go in C minus, but I'll decide that later. Tosca, oh gosh, Tosca's a funny one because people make, they play around with him a lot, but I think he's a solid player. I think he's a great aerial main. As for playing a whole lot else, I don't exactly know what he's in terms of like hero gameplay or any other thing. I think Tosca's B plus. If we're ranking it, Tosca can be around here somewhere. I don't really care. Unleash 993, don't know. Varix, that's a familiar name. But then again, I don't remember. I don't remember like who they are. So we're just gonna throw them in. We're gonna throw them in C. Because I have played against them before, and I think it's the same player that I'm imagining. But I believe they're a C tier player. Venturi, I don't know them. Visors, also don't know. Will is S plus for me. All around good player. And see, these 4 players, they don't have to play hero to be really good. Like, these guys just are really good without the hero. Paul's John, he's an exception. But that's because he's Paul's John. Win, I think, is a... I don't know. This is another one I don't know. Because I've seen him around a lot, but I don't know where he would place. So I'm going to put him in I don't know. Because that's the confident place I can put him right now. I haven't seen enough of them yet to really get a full idea. Walk, I'm not sure who that is. Worthy of Evil. I want to put them in C minus, but that's also not fair because I haven't seen a whole lot of them. So I'm gonna put them in there, and then 0. Oh, this is Peepo. That's who it is. It just came to me. Peepo. All right. Ooh, there's a controversy that he was hacking though. Because of that, I'm going to put him in A plus. Let's do sorry, take a break there. Who's 0? I don't really know who 0 is, but I think they're a C tier player. And then Zoom. Where to put Zoom? Zoom's probably A. I think. If this was, Galactic Assault, he'd probably be in like A plus or S, but I think A is fine. Actually, I'm gonna put Avimus in the I don't know, because I don't want to rank Avimus at all. Actually, he's good, but he doesn't really care about the comp, so I don't care enough to put him in this tier list. All right, so here we're gonna reorganize some of these. Oh God, these top 2 rows are tough because I want to put some of them in S plus, and I want to put some of the A. I want to move people up, but this is where I believe the rankings are right now. I'm gonna have to be quiet while I do this part. I might need to think. Turn on the thinking cap here. There's definitely more players that could be added to this list, 100%. That they don't play anymore. They're not added because A, they didn't react to the message for being ranked, and B, they, you know, maybe they just forgot. Maybe they just forgot to play Battlefront. But as the current list stands with all these players on here, this is what I'm going to stick with, as is what everyone else has done as well. Okay. Oh, God. You know what? Let's do this. Should we rank from the bottom up and reorganize the rows, or should we do it from the top down? I'm going to do bottom to top. Let's do that. I don't know if C- really matters. I think these guys are all probably performing around the same level. I think this guy didn't do too bad the last verses, so he's fine in C. And let's do this. I think see, this name's familiar, but I don't know who they are as a player. So maybe they would go in B. I'm not sure, but I feel like this is a good player. I don't know who they are yet. There. There. Starlow's probably higher now. Yeah, I think Starlow's higher for sure. Ooh. Sokka's B+. I'm changing that. Oof. These guys are going to the top. 100%. That's that. Raph there. Havel goes in B+. I think Havel goes in B+. Luke and Norman would be B+ as well, but they don't have a diverse portfolio yet in terms of other characters to play. So I'm gonna have them in B for right now. And you can always improve. You can always try different characters and try different tactics. It's totally fine. But I think a lot of these guys are kind of a one-trick only. But B+ and higher, we start to get more of the players who are, are very well versed in playing other units. But I think all these people suck as hero too in here, except for Sinful. So, and maybe Mark. This list is gonna be tough. This is not denouncing anyone's skill. I know I'm in this tier, but I'm going to be brutally honest if I'm having the choice to do that. Tosca and I looked at Tosca and I's placements on the leaderboard, and we're pretty much interchangeable. Like, we are ranking around the same, so we can really flip either way. It doesn't matter. Benji, Arsenal there. Sonic goes here. I think we need to have Sonic play. Oh, Sonic and Sokka are both about the same as well. Like, that's a tough one. I don't know if Sora should go in B tier or not. Havel definitely is too low. Yeah, I think this list is probably pretty interchangeable, but for right now, I'm gonna stick with this this part of the list. Um, I still don't know who Andy is really. I think that's BF2 is fun, but I can't remember. I've got the dementia, you know. Jeez. Bacta goes lower A because Bacta doesn't play Supremacy as much. And I think that a lot of these players are better in Supremacy than Bacta is. Actually, I changed my mind. Bacta's probably a really good B plus. I don't know if they're A, but if they played more Supremacy, they would be an A. Oh boy. That's okay. I'm gonna have accurate. The bridge between accurate and Bacta is gonna be B to A tier. I think that's fair. Zoom is probably like up here somewhere. This is also important because a lot of these people, they do give call outs, except for Luma. Luma can go down there. Allie, you're going to be ranked a little lower because you don't play as much anymore. I haven't really seen you, but I know you can do really well in A tier. Hockey is... What am I talking about? Combs is down here. Combs needs to go down here. That's probably fine. Okay. Ooh. I think this is pretty good placement. I think Zoom would go at the top of A. Maybe Zoom is an A plus. Maybe Zoom goes an A plus. That seems fair. What else? Okay, A's fine. Let's stick with A plus. I think we're gonna leave A where it is. If I need to change anything or move anybody down places, then we'll do that. Let's take a look at this part here. Because of the controversy with Peepo hacking, I can't put him higher than A plus for right now. But I think if Peepo isn't hacking, then he goes in S for sure. And then I think this is mostly fine. Yeah, I think this is fine. This A plus tier is fine. S tier. Ooh. This is tough. This is really tough. I might put Brazen in S plus. I might be crazy for that. I know he doesn't play a whole lot anymore, but I think when he was playing, and if he still did play today, I think he would still be S plus, but just way lower. Oof. Lean would either go here or here. So I don't exactly know where to throw these players because they're all so freaking good, and I hold them in such high regard. So we're gonna put Lewis here. Yeah. Uh, okay. That's I think that's fine. That looks better. Fusion Recharge still good, but leans better. Proper Land. Um, I don't know if Proper plays a whole lot anymore, but I think Fusion Recharge would be ranked higher. Lewis, maybe also maybe switching off with Proper and Lewis here. Crispy definitely below that with all the hero and other stuff. He's great with aerial. Great enforcer, great callouts. Overall solid player. An S. Graycon, same thing as Crispy, but I don't know if he talks as much. But yeah, still same skills and everything. Maz, yeah, Maz is fine. And then this row, Amelia's thighs. Yep. Ooh. These two are interchangeable, I think. Ming and then Brazen. This is tough. I really have a hard time with all of these players in B and up, just because they offer so many different things. And it would, if it, I could go in for hours and reanalyze this and decide who goes where, but I think this tier list is solid. And call me crazy, but I don't know. I like my tier list. I think it's fitting. This would reflect a leaderboard show based on who's playing at what spot. A tier would get probably top 10 for sure. B would be, top 10 to top 15. And then C tiers would be 15 to 20 rankings. Well, B tier would be like maybe 13 through 15 range. And then these guys would just be lower than that. But yeah, I think this is the tier list. This is probably mostly complete. If I get any information on these other players, I will make some adjustments. But I think for right now that does it. Wow, it only took me an hour and 12 minutes. Not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, if you guys have any gripes with this, just let me know. I can move a couple of people around, but this I think is the greatest list that I have made. So, yeah, that'll conclude it. I'll see you all later. But yeah, this is not set in stone. This is just the current ratings for me and who I believe should go in what spot. But yeah, that'll do it. I'll see you guys later.